Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to talk about an issue that I ran into where my 3-inch king shocks on the front of the Ram 2500 are getting damaged by some of the factory hardware, even though I installed them according to all the instructions. I found this issue while I was making another video where I talked about switching the rear coils over from Thuren to Carli springs. So if you already watched that video, then you've seen this issue already. It's not new information. But for those of you that weren't interested in that video or didn't see it, I wanted to put this out there. It's a simple fix, but it's just something you need to be aware of when you're installing your front king shocks, or I assume it would be an issue as well with Fox shocks or Icon or whatever large diameter shocks you'd put on the front of this truck. First, I just wanted to do a quick walk around so you can see what suspension is on this. This is the front Thuren 2 3/4-inch lift for diesel trucks, and a rear plus 2-inch lift from Carli, the coil springs in the rear for 2500s. I did originally have the Thuren rear springs, the plus 1s, but they were actually sitting 2 inches below stock level with the weight that I had on them, so I switched over to the Carli plus 2s. Here you can see the piggybacks, and again, these are the 3-inch front king shocks, and in the rear we have the 2.5-inch piggyback king shocks. Okay, so I hope you'll find this tip helpful as far as what to change when you install your shocks so you don't end up damaging them. And if you do find it helpful, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Thanks. You can see everything's pretty muddy. We did some camping and haven't had a chance to wash it off since then. I've also got the CJC little skid plates for the piggybacks in there. Okay guys, I was looking around at the rest of my Thuren suspension install and noticed an issue that I'm going to address while I'm working on it. So if you see the tab behind the shock shaft there, that just keeps the nut from spinning when you install the lower shock bolt. And this is installed here in the factory orientation with the tab sticking up. And you can see there's some damage on the corner of the tab, and that's because it's been hitting the bottom of my king shock. You can see a little damage there on the edge of the lower end of the shock. And so clearly that's not ideal. There's no sign that the bump stops are hitting, so this has been acting as the bump stop, I guess. Definitely not a good situation. So I'm going to flip that around, pull the nut off and put it in with the tab sticking down. And there's plenty of other lower stuff on this front axle, so I don't really see any issue with the tab sticking down instead of up. And so that's what we're going to do. And it's the same situation on the other side. I probably should have noticed this when I was installing it, that could be an issue, but I didn't, and I don't remember the instructions saying anything about it. So just something to keep in mind. If you put these on your truck, flip the tabs around so they stick down and don't hit your nice king shocks. All right, so here we are with the tab flipped downward. See it there. Fortunately, these were just contacting the outer edge of the lower anodized aluminum shock cap, so there's no sign that I damaged the seal or anything functional. I'm just kind of annoyed with myself that I didn't catch this during the initial install and let it dig into that blue aluminum a bit, but fortunately not a place that anyone's likely to see it. Okay, that's all for now. I did want to let you know that my next couple videos are going to be testing this Furman 7500 watt generator that I got from Costco, because I want to see both how it handles full load tests before I have to use it in an emergency, and also because I want to see how it does on fuel efficiency. I know what the rating is at 50% load, and I want to see how accurate that is, but I also would like to see how it handles light load scenarios, because my house is not going to load at 50% all the time, and also how the efficiency changes under heavily loaded scenarios. So if you would like to see either of those videos, please subscribe so you get notified when I post them. Thanks.